Abbey Road is such a special place. Every time you come, it's hard not to remember and reflect in what has happened in those walls. Star Wars was recorded here. The Beatles have recorded so many albums here, not in this specific room, but in other rooms. So many amazing musicians. You walk down those halls and you see all those posters of films and you're like, should I be here? It's definitely an amazing privilege and you'd never want to take it for granted. Today we are recording an album of 7 new pieces of music, which I wrote for a great music library called Audio Network. A lot of music libraries, what they will do is they will hire you to write a track, and it will all be in the computer. And that's just going to be synth. But not with Audio Network. Those guys, they really push the boundaries when it comes to production value. And from the very beginning, it was clear we were going to record not just with the real orchestra and real players, but also we were going to do it in London at Abbey Road. The main thing you'll see when you look at these rooms is how, this thing hasn't changed in I don't know how many decades. It looks, as it was, in the 60s or the 50s, but visually doesn't really matter. The sound is what matters. The core, which is the room, which is those panels, which is even the lights, they're not going to change something. They're not going to screw around with a room like that. That's the jewel. Sometimes you record the whole orchestra together, and sometimes you want to split it. So that's what we're doing today. First, in this morning, is going to be the strings and the winds, and then this afternoon we'll do the brass and the percussion separately. The most difficult part is that we have to go very quickly. We have a lot of music to record, so it's going to go fast. But the nice thing about recording in London is that it's going to be fast but good. Actually, fast but fantastic. So I'll be in this room and I'll be producing the session. When you build something in the computer and you create a mock-up in the computer, which is a synthesizer version of the music, you can tweak every single volume really easily. It's just a move of a fader, right? Whereas here, you're dealing with real human beings. And so it's the analog, the tactile quality of the music. And so you want to make sure you get a good balance in the room, because if an instrument is too loud or a section is too loud, it's not something you can easily fix after that. The orchestra is the English session orchestra, and they've worked with Audio Network for a long time. The players are so amazing. Conductor, the team engineer, the studio obviously. And the really nice thing about recording here is that they all know each other. So you get this cohesive, this sound that is very difficult to replicate. If something goes wrong, typically it's going to be my fault.